I'm going to talk about QB technique for the RPO. I'm gonna hit up on some stuff that obviously both Coach Dennison and Chapdelaine touched on. So it's really good that Coach Chapdelaine went over the whole RPO family. It's going to make me be able to go a little faster here in terms of our presentation. So let's just get into it. Let me just share my screen here, and off we're going to go. Just give me 2 seconds here. Okay, can somebody confirm we can see the PowerPoint just so I can get started here?
Yep, everything's good.
All right, perfect. So let's get going here. All right, just a real quick mention here. What are the benefits of the RPO for us? Okay, when we talk about RPO specifically, we're not talking about zone read. Okay, we're talking about second and third level reads only. All right, and for us, obviously, it's all about equalizing numbers. We feel it's O-line friendly. We feel it makes the defense passive. It allows us to take what the defense, gives us on a consistent basis. We always talk about having the chalk last when we're talking with defensive coaches or other offensive coaches, and this scheme allows your QB to have the chalk last, okay? And we feel it gets more players involved. Now, this clinic is really on the specific QB techniques relating to the RPO. I'm not going to go into, how we identify our keys or, why we're running a certain RPO. If you want to chat about that, it'd be my pleasure to do a one-on-one with you, and I could go through what we try to do offensively. But I want to focus really on the specific of the QB. I think a lot of people, a lot of younger coaches are really interested to get into these RPOs, and I really feel that there's a lot of technical tips here that we could have. All right. Just a little, bit of why RPOs are important for us and how much we do of them. We ran 225 RPOs last year, and we're talking second and third level reads here. We accumulated 1,287 yards running those, 128 yards a game. Average 5.7 yards per play, 4.8 when we ran or when we gave, and 7.2 when we passed. Okay, so it was a successful part of our offense, all right? Let me start with your QB's eyes, okay? This is really key because you're going to have to train your quarterback to play with his eyes pre-snap and post-snap now. So pre-snap, important things is know the situation, okay? Let's determine the numbers, okay, and identify your key, all right? So know the situation, determine your numbers, and then identify your key. Then start your snap count, okay? We want to see and catch the snap. Now, there's I don't tell my quarterbacks to look at the snap. I feel if I tell them to see it, maybe they could broaden their vision a little, all right? And then once you've caught the snap, get your eyes on the key right now, all right? Let's talk about the exchange a little, all right? The first thing in any run, the quarterback, especially from the gun, the role of the quarterback is to set the angle of the run. All right, so we could see here a picture on the right hand of the screen. The quarterback is setting the angle of the run for 38 here. Okay, we want bent knees and athletic position so we could come out of this, okay, using our core and using our whole body, okay? And I'm going to talk about it later, but we want to move from this position to the next position with our center mass, meaning your center mass is the one that has to move for it to be effective biomechanically, okay? Now we want to put the ball in the belly. You're going to see some of the clips. I feel that the quarterback could have done a better job putting the ball in the mesh. Don't get overexcited. put the ball in the belly. Now, obviously on the picture, I would say that that's a little high. All right, we want him to lower the ball a little. You can see in the picture, his eyes are on his keys. He's not looking down at the mesh, obviously. Okay? We talk about anticipate from your pre-snap and your preparation that you did on film. Okay? Anticipate, but don't guess. All right? So you could anticipate, you know, whether you're going to throw or pass, but do not guess. All right? Go through the motion. Ride from your back hip to the front hip. Okay? So we should see this ball, you know, traveling from his back hip right now all the way to his front hip, and then he has to decide. The key in the RPO game is the decision. He has to decide. He has to trust his eyes, and he has to trust his preparation and his training. And that's part of your job, too, to prepare him for that. Okay, I put some pictures here, you know, pro guys demonstrating the same skills. Okay, so we could see Carson Wentz, eyes on the key, ball in the belly. He's going to ride it. Okay, this is Straveler from Winnipeg, same thing. Okay, we got Tua here. I would say the mesh is a little high here, a little, you know, messy, but his eyes is clearly on the key, and he's making his decision. Mahomes, great eyes. This one's really good. You could see, you know, he's really trying to determine what is available for him. All right. Okay, when we give, for us, when we give, we got to secure the handoff, okay? Now, I do not over-coach the mesh. It's about the quarterback. We practice it a whole bunch, okay? But it's up to the quarterback and the running backs to feel a level of comfort, okay, in using these techniques, all right? So it's when we have mesh period, for example, or exchange period, as we call it, you know, that's when they've got to train, you know. Maybe a running back likes it a little higher. Maybe another running back like this, number 23 here, is a little shorter, okay? Your quarterback needs to determine that, okay? You know, there's a level of squeeze, okay? And, you know, in the years I've been an OC, we've had success being less scientific about it and perhaps being more artistic with this. All right? Once he gives the ball, okay, once he secures the handoff, we do not want the quarterback to be an observer, okay? We want to aggressively pop our hips to the target and finish the rep, okay? And, you know, every time you give is an opportunity to practice this popping of the hips and finishing of the rep. That's how I feel about it. Now, if in the process you happen to slow down or make a defender hesitate because you're finishing your action, then good, great. Okay, it's equivalent to the quarterback booting away from a play in a more traditional offense. All right. Now remember, you know, some people will say, you know, I always say that the first smart guy said, you know, practice makes perfect. The second smart guy said, you know, perfect practice makes perfect. And the last guy, you know, the smartest of them all said, no, practice makes permanent. So whatever you practice, however you do it, that creates a permanent behavior. All right. Now, when we pull, okay, and we have the sequence here on the right side. Okay, we want to aggressively pull the ball back to the pre-pass position. Okay, so, you know, for the quarterback coaches out there, you know, traditional, you know, get the ball between your chin and your nipples, you know, kind of on the back pec. A little variation, obviously, is no problem. Okay, but you want to get from the position up here where you were riding to now back to the pre-pass, okay? And it's going to be, there's no real pause there on most plays. You're going to go from the pre-pass to throwing right away. At the same time as you're doing this, you want to pop, okay, to set your left hip, okay, for right-handed quarterbacks, set your left hip and your right foot to the target, Okay, you know, a lot of quarterback coaches talk about being in a sniper mode where, you know, your whole body's aiming your throw. So that's the position you want to get to it. And the best way I found to talk about this is to teach him to pop. All right? Throw now. Okay? Trust your read and throw now. Do not pitter-patter. And we'll see in the clips why we don't want to pitter-patter. Okay? If you get instant pressure, you know, you want to throw off platform. You might not get to set your feet. All right? So you're going to have to use your torso rotation, okay, your disassociation between your hips and your legs. Okay, you're going to have to extend the tricep. You're going to have to flex your wrist, okay, and you're going to have to decelerate aggressively to get that ball out. Okay, there's a couple of great clips of Burrows doing it in what I'm going to show you here. All right, so you know, we want to get from this position to this position ASAP. All right? Now, additional thoughts on this, on coaching this, okay? If your key blitzes, abandon the fake and throw right now. Okay? Pretty simple. Okay? Now, if they blitz from depth, you can go through with your read. Okay? If they're showing on the line aggressively and they come, just abandon the fake, get the ball out. Okay? These are just things that I got. This next one, you know, Noel Mazzoni, coaches at Arizona, I believe, right now. I got this from him. You know, don't correct the RPO decision on the fly. Okay? Trust the cue. Don't second guess him on the field. And I'm talking even in practice. All right? Most of you probably now with technology are able to film practice, you know, correct the film. And in the game, you know, we have access, for example, to iPads. Let him look at it, okay, and correct himself. Because what happens if I tell the quarterback, my experience is if I tell the quarterback, you could have thrown on that one, don't you think you could have thrown? The next time, he's just going to take the ball and throw it, and we're going to get into trouble, okay? Now, technical corrections like, you know, pop your feet or the mechanics, you know, like put the ball in the belly, ride. Okay, those are things you could talk to him about. Don't overcoach the decision on the bench, okay? In practice, okay, the QB should train to be aggressive. And what I mean by that is have him see what he can do so he could set his limits, okay? This, you know, maybe I should have given. I was really a little too aggressive on that one. All right. In game, it's important your QB understands situations. All right. And yeah, you could probably have runs that kill all your RPOs. Yes, it's a way to do it. Okay. And certainly we use that, and we have runs that aren't RPOs, but you know, he just has to understand the situation. Okay. Obviously, the quarterback and you as a coach, you have to commit to get better at RPOs. I don't believe you could just dabble in them. You know, maybe people that do just dabble in them can correct me if I'm wrong. I believe it's something you have to commit to. It has to be, you know, what you do offensively, because it's going to take some training to do extensive different RPOs. All right. So let's look at some give reads here and look at these. I'm going to try to use the slow mechanism here with the video. If it gets really choppy, just let me know. Okay, Matt. So let's look at these give reads. So right now, again, I'm not going to necessarily get into what we're looking at and you know, how we're determining what we're reading or why we determine we're reading this guy or that guy. For this, you know, for the purpose of the presentation, and especially because this is the first clip, here's our read. Okay. Now, guys, obviously, you know, it's not because I have clips against here Mount Allison or Acadia or St. FX or St. Mary's that those aren't, really good DCs and really good football teams. These are just things we happen to have success at, okay? No disrespect is intended by showing clips, okay? I could certainly show clips of this team being really physical and making us look real bad, all right? And that's true for every team that I'm going to show you. So let me just start here. Okay, so right now the QB should be, conscious of numbers in the box, and he should be identifying his key. Okay, once he's done that now, we're going to get to the next, phase of this, which is seeing the snap and catching it, okay? And you're going to see here he's going to catch the ball, and now as he's catching it and seeing it, he's going to get his eyes right on this key. At the same time, he's popping his feet, or not popping here, he's stepping, to set the angle of the run. So if you look at here our scheme, I don't want to get into too deep in that, but we've got a gap scheme where we're essentially trapping this edge defender and trying to get inside of that, okay? And what we have out here is curl flat, essentially, okay? So he's determining, is he covering the curl to flat or is he playing the run, okay? We get expansion, okay? He's going to ride, if we look here, from back hip to front hip, okay? He's going to secure the handoff, and then he's going to finish the rep by popping his feet and finishing, okay? If this little part here can hold this defender just a little longer, okay, you could pop some runs, okay? All right? Because obviously the disadvantage of RPOs is you ain't blocking those guys anymore, all right? So if we go here, let me just forward it and then just stop it pre-snap. All right, we're talking anticipation here. That guy, the number 31 here, he's not on the tight shot right now. So when we talk about anticipation, not guessing, he already knows there's a good chance that he's going to give this ball right now. Okay? So as we see it go, all right, we're going to see the ball in the mesh. His eyes are on the key. He's going to ride from back hip to front hip, okay? He's squaring the run off, okay? He's squaring the run off. He could even be a little more square to this. Now, there's reason why we might have not, okay? Maybe we want to make it look like our inside zone play here with the quarterback's angle. But his shoulders are right, okay? We're squaring this off, and he's going to finish by popping front hip and back leg and right leg and left hip to the throw, and he's going to finish the motion. All right? Let's go to the next clip. All right. Same kind of concept here. So this one's a little different scheme here. But, right off the bat, without going into it, we've got the tight end running, this little, looky route, and then we've got some inside cuts coming from the outside, okay? So as the quarterback goes through it here, his eyes are on 44, all right? 44 kind of stays flat-footed, okay? He's going to, again, square the run, all right? Eyes on the key. Ride from back hip to hip, okay? Maybe this ride's not as good as we wanted. Yeah, you could see that he's kind of stepping with it instead of moving his arms, okay? And then he's going to finish the throw, okay, or finish the rep, sorry. So watch it from tight here. Okay, so quarterback is identifying his read, okay? All right. Okay, get your eyes on your key. Square up the run, okay? Ride from back hip to front hip. Decide, finish, okay? Okay, this guy got a bit of a bad deal in that meeting for signaling touchdown instead of blocking, but It's a whole nother story, as they say. Okay. Again, I'll start going a little quicker, okay, but here we go. Square the run. Get your eyes on your key. Here's the key. Showing drop, okay, give. All right? And now, yeah, this guy's, he's not accounted for in our blocking scheme. He might come in here and make the tackle, but, it's 2nd and 5 right here. Okay, that's a first down. Move the chain. All right. Okay, so again, I don't know if this is the one I put in there. No, that's not. Okay, I'll show you. There's one where you really see a nice exchange here. All right, I put this one in because this is a flatter mesh. Okay, I just wanted to show now it's the same principles that apply. Okay, we want to square the run, so now you're going to stay flat. Okay, you want to ride and decide. Okay, here it is, and then you want to flip your hips and finish this. Okay, his key was this guy right here, this outside linebacker right here. Okay, all right, finish it. I'm not crazy about this finish. I would have liked his hips to pop even a little more. All right. See it from the tight. Okay. It's really going to ride. Okay. He's looking. Now this here with this shuffle here, there's less of a ride with the arms, hip to hip. There is a slight movement there, okay, because you don't want to be stiff. But this action here is creating the ride, this shuffle here, okay? All right. All right, I wanted to put some other quarterbacks doing this. All right, so why not pick some of the good ones? All right, so this cat here. All right. So to be honest with you, I'm not sure this is an RPO play. Okay, but he makes it look like an RPO on this give, and it's good teach tape that I like to use with my guy. Okay, so he squares the run. Okay, here it is, and you see their mesh is a lot flatter than ours on this play here. All right, and now his eyes are on his keys. Good leverage. Okay, and now he's gonna pop his left hip and put his right foot back. All right, there it is. Okay, so is he just making this look like an RPO? Is it an actual RPO? I haven't sat down with the LSU staff, unfortunately, to discuss their offense, but I could see the same coaching points that I want. Ride from hip to hip and then pop. Okay? Okay, same deal here. Okay, catch the ball, square the run, ride. Okay, see there's less of a ride component, which this is why I tell you I'm not 100% sure. This is not, maybe like Justin was talking about, like a type of surface RPO if they get the look they want. Okay, but he will pop like I want us to do. Okay. Boom, there it is, okay? Because if he froze this guy just a millisecond, well, good on us, all right? See, does this guy freeze because of that? Maybe, okay? Brett Favre used to talk about that quite a bit, okay? I do have a tight shot of this here. Okay, so I think you're getting the point. Square the run, okay? Use your eyes, ride, okay? And pop. Okay, always finishing what you're looking for. Okay, here's, I think this is the arm buckle, okay? It's going to be a flat RPO here, okay? All right, now, I'm not sure what their scheme is. If I'm looking at it real quick here, they've got 5 blockers. There's 6 defender. My belief is this was the read here, or this is not an RPO. They're just making it look like one. okay, because you're going to see this guy here, this guy's going to be wide open down the middle here. Okay, but just for the purpose of this clinic, okay, you see he puts the ball on his back hip. I like that, and rides to his front hip, okay, and then pops his feet, okay, to the throw. Now, I would have liked this thrown right now, all right, but I'm not sure. Again, there's only so much you could get from film. Okay, so let's see it from the tight. You know, they're not shuffling like we were. They're really standing there, back hip to front hip, okay? Eyes on the key. He looks like he's looking outside the box there, and pop your feet. Okay, let's look at some pull reads now, all right? I'll try to get through the film, and then we could have a question period at the end, all right? So let's look at these pull reads, okay? These are all on-platform throws, meaning that, you know, we popped our feet and we were able to get the ball out pretty much on platform, okay? Meaning that our feet were set, okay, properly, and we were able to throw. So let's look at this here. We should see the same coaching points as a give here, okay? And we'll see it a little better from the tight. Here's the read for this concept right now. Okay, square your hips. We're just running inside zone split. Square, okay, the run up. All right, ride from hip to hip. Pop your feet. Get to the pre-pass now, okay? So now you've get to the pre-pass. Line up your left hip, okay, to the target, and your right foot to the target. Now we're in a position where we could get some power on this throw, all right, and get some yards on this, all right? So let's look at it from the tight. Okay, so again, you know, eyes, all right? Make sure you determine the key. Here he is, okay? See and catch the snap, square the run, get your eyes on your key, ride from back hip to front hip, okay? Ride from back hip to front hip, pop your feet, get the ball. All right? All right, here's a different, this is our second quarterback here doing it. You're going to see same kind of principle, I believe, on this play right here. He used the key, okay? Here it is, square. See the snap, square, eyes on the key, okay? Key comes down. You're gonna pull and pop your hips, okay? He's a little misaligned here, okay? This hip should be a lot more inside. He's kind of has it, you know, right now he's got to kind of has it out here. It should be in there, okay? And you're going to see his throw's going to sail on him a little because he's not fully aligned, but we can still get the necessary yards here. All right? This is the one clip. It's really clear because this cat's pretty tall, okay? I just want you to look at how aggressively you have to pull the ball, okay? So the ball's in the mesh right now. Okay, watch how aggressively he's going to pull on it. You see? Sometimes it's your show here, okay? So a good ride, aggressive pull, set your hip, okay? Or pop your feet and throw the ball. All right? If I remember correctly, now we're going to see a flat run here, okay? Okay, so we should see, again, same thing. Should see a nice ride here, okay, from back hip to front hip. Okay, set your feet to this throw and throw. Again, I'm not crazy about where he set his feet, okay, or he set his hip. Okay, that hip is way out here right now. He looks like he's going to throw to this guy, all right, but we're actually running a slant there, so he's going to throw a bit, okay, you can't off platform here, Okay, he's not completely lying to this throw. All right? And that's why it's so important when they give that they pop their hips properly, because that's mental reps, all right, of doing it. All right? Again, same thing. If I get back here, get your eyes on your key. Here he is. All right? Is he going out and defending this, or is he playing inside? All right? All right. Right. Okay, and you see, because his feet aren't properly set, he has to kind of do a mini reset here, which I don't like, because that's when they get hit. You'll see later in the film. Okay? But, and you see that the ball, this is a great example, because he's not properly aligned, okay, watch how this ball dies on him a little. Okay? Now the receiver has to adjust, okay? Right? Nice little move there by the receiver. Okay. We've seen a different number of throws up to now. Okay, we've seen, slants. We've seen, I don't know if we've seen the seam yet, but, we do a plethora of different throws here. You're going to see hitches on this one. Okay, so again, here's his read key. All right, he's going to square the run up. It has to be every time. Get your eyes on your key. Okay, get your eyes on your key. Right, ride from back hip to front hip. Okay, now in this position, you're going to have to, again, bring your left hip around and set your right foot to your throw. Okay? Is he reading this out? Partly yes. Okay? As he's coming here, there's a possibility the ball's going to come to a secondary read here. Okay? All right, but here it is. Pop your feet, get the ball out. All right? Pop your feet, get the ball out. Let's see it from the tight. Okay, some of these aren't. This is one where, here's that ball on the mesh. Okay, ride from back to forth, pop your feet, get the ball out. Okay, so we've seen hitches, we've seen slants. Here's a seam. Okay, so we're going to have seam by a boundary 2 here. Okay. Again, identify your key. Here he is. Okay, and you're going to see from the tight, this mesh is not, he doesn't put the ball necessarily in the belly because he's anticipating, because this guy is so far in, he kind of eats up his ball handling here, which, in film, I will tell him, just make sure. Okay, yeah, if it's the 12th time we're running this and he's always been in there, and okay, yeah, but be careful, okay, not getting into a guessing game. All right, so he's got his eyes on his mesh, he's squaring up the run, okay, he pops his feet, he throws the seam, okay, so kind of throttle down seam here, okay. Again, read your key, okay, set your angle to the run. You see how he doesn't put the ball in the mesh here? You're going to see this guy's going to come in here and get his hand on the ball, okay? This is why, we need to get through it. We need to make sure this guy is not playing there, okay? All right? So I think a better ball handle, a better ride here. He makes this look like play action a lot, okay? And then he's going to pop, and then we can go. Boom. All right? But you see that guy gets his hand on it, all right, because I believe the ball handle wasn't clean. All right? Okay. Let's see first round pick do it here. Okay. So sorry. Okay, square to run, get your eyes on your key. I'm guessing this is his key right now, okay? He plays the run, all right, pull. Pop your hips, okay? Line your left hip to the throw, line your right foot to the throw, get the ball up, okay? Now, it would have been nice if this guy caught it, okay? Okay, I just want to talk about right here. Right here, his hips, and I don't mean to correct this guy. He's a dude now, don't get me wrong. But his hips are kind of aligned to throw this way, whereas his hips should be aligned to throw, and his feet should be aligned to throw like this. You know, does it affect the throw? It is a little low and behind, okay, because he is off platform, and you could feel as he finishes this throw, he falls forward here. Okay, which is not his usual mechanical demeanor. All right. Okay, let's see these guys do it here in CFL. Okay, so get your eyes on your key. All right. Put the ball in the mesh. All right. Ride, decide. Okay. I'm guessing this was the key here. Okay. He's going to pull. See how he sets his feet to the throw? Boom. And the ball's out. Okay? There is from here to there to there. Okay? Again, ride, pop. Everything's aligned to the throw now. We could get some force behind it. All right? Okay, ride, pop, throw. Okay. Okay, probably reading this guy now. They've got a strong numerical advantage right now out here, so I'm not sure if this is not a surface type decision that he's making. Okay, but you still have square to the run, eyes on the key, okay? Because you don't want this guy coming down, this guy flying out, and now you eat the ball. All right? You really got to go through it, okay? You've got 5 blockers. He's the 6th. Here we go. Boom. Okay. Okay, now he's got numbers, so that's why I believe he's keeping, because this guy looks like he's playing the pass to me. I would have gave, all right? Right? But, again, for the purposes of the clinic here, just look at his footwork, pop your feet, throw the ball. This is one where he got to a secondary read probably, all right? All right, here we go. Set your angle, eyes on the key. Now, he looks like his eyes are out there on the concept because of the numbers. I'm not sure. All I could, and the purpose of this clinic is really to talk about the mechanics of how you're going to go from a running demeanor to a passing demeanor, the fastest and most efficient, okay? Right here, boom, pop your feet, okay, and get the ball out. All right? Now, this is Bo Levi Mitchell. Having watched quite a bit of him play in this offseason, he's very, very, very nimble with his feet, very athletic. Can move real quick, and you're gonna see this on display here. All right, so he's gonna put the ball in the mesh. He's squaring up the run right now. Okay, so he's squaring up the run, and whoever his read is, he's got his eyes on it. All right? I would believe that his key's right here. Okay, so is this guy playing the run or the pass? He's playing the run. Okay, let's pull the ball, and now we have a concept to attack that. Now watch his feet here. He sets his feet to throw this bubble. Okay, his eyes are on his key. His key widens. He's going to come now and throw this inside, okay, route. Now watch, again, watch how nimble he is with his feet. Okay, watch how quickly he transitions. Boom, boom. That's a thing of beauty, all right, to me. This is art. Let's watch it from the tight. He's got to understand now, the quarterback has to understand that this clock is really fast because he's going to come back now. You know, as he reads this 1 and he resets to 2, he's going to be filling that window. Okay, and there's danger there. All right? So he's got to understand that. It's got to be real fast. All right? We really see it here. Okay, ride to the pre-pass. Set your feet to your throw. Okay, you've got a secondary throw. Reset your feet. Here it is. All right. Bo Levi again. All right. So I'm guessing, again, I'm just guessing this is the read. They got 5 down. Okay. So he comes down to play, fill this run. Okay, this is one of those glance reads that Coach Chapdelaine was talking about for those who listened to before. So he's reading a defender to the play side here. Okay, so again, eyes on the key. There's no real ride there. He pulls the ball. Okay, no, sorry. That's on me. Here's his read. Okay. Here's his read. So he plays the run. Good ride. Pop your hips. There it is. That's simple. All right. I'm going to accelerate a little here. We have some, I want to show you some bad ones too, or things to be conscious about. Ride, pop your hips, throw the ball. All right. We should be good on time here and have some questions. All right, where we go. Okay, square to run up. Ride. Okay, here it is. Ride. Okay, determine what your key's doing. Set your feet to the throw. Okay, see how he sets his feet inside here like I've been talking about, like on a line here. Okay, where that ball is going to go. All right, and that's a great, that's it's as good as people are doing it up here in Canada right now. All right, square the run, ride, pull, step, throw. Okay, now, does Calgary call this an RPO? Like I said, I don't know. I'm not in their meetings. I haven't talked to anybody there. But it looks like what we need our quarterbacks to do in the RPO game. All right? I think this is the last pull key. Okay, ride. All right, set your feet, throw the ball. Okay. Again, identify your key. All right, ride, pop your feet, throw the ball. All right. Here's a couple of examples of the blitzing key. All right, so here's the key. He's coming right now early. He can see that in the waggle. Okay, catch the snap. He doesn't even need to fake it here. You see, he just takes it in the pre-pass. We used to call this, when I used to coach with some wing T guys, we used to call the proximity fake right here. It looks like a mesh, but he's not putting the ball down. He's doing nothing. Here's his recipient. He's going to throw the ball out there, and let's go. Okay? So it becomes kind of like one of those surfaces RPOs, but he's kind of reading it out during the waggle. Now, in Canada, we're lucky because these linebackers try to time their blitzes on our waggles where we could use that to our advantage. We could get a read off his blitz right off. Now I don't need to put the ball in the mesh. I could just set my feet and get the ball out. All right? Here, oops. Here's one by Bo Levi. Okay, here's his key. He's coming. All right, he's just going to abandon this fake and get the ball out there. All right, unfortunately, a bit high. Okay, that snap takes him to the left initially. You know, I tell my guys, again, if the mechanics of the play kind of break down, just give it, okay? Just give it. Off-platform throws. This is not a true off-platform, but he's still got to protect himself. So as this guy comes across, we're determining here on a game plan basis, okay, how they're adjusting. If there's no real adjustment, we could throw this here. So he's going to put the ball in the mesh and kind of pull it out and just get this ball out, okay, right now. All right. This could have been put in your key blitzing, okay, also because 30 here comes. Okay, this could have been in the blitzing key section. All right. Here's a couple by Burrows. All right. He puts the ball in the mesh. The key comes hard. He's just going to pull it. Okay. And this is what I'm talking about. You have to dissociate now your torso, okay, from your legs and create this velocity here with good, okay, rotation. You need good tricep extension. You need good flexion by your wrist. And at the end of it all, you need to decelerate to get this ball out. Okay? All right? Okay? It will happen that you will get hit. Okay? And I have a few clips of that as we wind down. All right? Here's another off platform. He puts the ball. Here comes the blitz. Okay? Again, you see how his shoulders are dissociated from his legs. He's creating that tension, okay, that sling tension in his torso so he could get some power behind that throw, okay? I think we saw this clip already, okay? Okay, this is one where he doesn't have pressure, but he seems to throw it off platform. But I just put this clip here so you could see like the dissociation between his legs and his hips here as he creates tension with his torso and throws the ball out with pretty good velocity. All right, do not pitter patter your feet. If you pull, throw. All right, and here's a couple of examples why real quick. Okay. He goes through his mesh, as we've been discussing. He pops his feet. He can throw this now, but he's going to pitter-patter. Well, this is what's going to happen, unfortunately. Okay, all these offensive guys on tonight or today, we don't like to see quarterbacks getting hit. Well, if your quarterback pitter-patters like this, somebody going to get hurt. All right? The other thing that could happen when you pitter-patter is interceptions. Okay, again, I said before, if the mechanics of the play fail, okay, here the mesh is kind of convoluted. He kind of fumbles it. Okay, again, just give if you're in trouble. But he's going to pitter-patter here. There it is, pitter-patter, and try to throw this. The mechanics of it aren't good. We almost got pick six. This would have been a huge moment in the game. Okay. All right. Okay. Like in any schemes, sometimes the QB has to improvise. It's no different in the RPO game. I tell my quarterbacks, improvise. Now, we see this is the same opponent where we brought this guy in motion, okay, and read one of these defenders on who's adding essentially to the run. If it stays a 5-man box here, we could just run the ball, okay? It takes no genius to know that. So what happened is we had thrown that earlier. Now we go through the mesh, so he feels right now, okay, that he could throw it again, okay? And there's danger in that, you know, when the QB when the QB kind of anticipates or decides too early here. I think he predetermined he was going to throw it, right? And that's why I try not to second guess him. We got blockers 1, 2, 3, okay? And as we run now, we're 4-3 to that side. So he doesn't put us in a big problem. If he had ran out or he had crossed or they had spun this defense up, okay, then we would have been in real trouble by him pulling. In this case, we're kind of in a win-win-win, okay? The only thing they're really taking away in this clip, okay, is this isolation. They've got 1, 2, 3 guys on one. All right, so as we go here, he pulls this fifth-year senior. You're not going to pass a lot of things by him. He sees it and goes with it. While the quarterback understands what the blocking scheme was, he's just going to get behind us and run. Okay? And when you have a guy that can make you look right like this, well, good things happen usually. All right, so let's see it again. As the ball comes across, their DN widens with this guy, okay? And the quarterback decides, well, I'm just going to keep it inside here. All right? There will be contact. These are all the QB hits that we suffered this year. Okay, I think there's 3. Okay, so this one, it's an RPO to this side. Okay. Essentially, it's an RPO that attacks quads coverage, some quads coverages. But we've got a seam runner here, okay, and a slant runner underneath, and then we've got a key out here. All right. Now, what's going to happen here is he's going to see this guy get right inside that safety, and he's going to get excited as a quarterback. He's not riding, or he's not supposed to ride, because his key, which is right here, is blitzing. All right? So the back reacts properly. He's going to go and block the key. Okay? But he goes through a fake, all right? And, you know, then throws the ball off a hitch, okay? There's no way he could see this is a really nice design by St. Mary's. Okay, they bring the guy from the backside. He really pops, and we still hit this, all right, for a big gain, but our quarterback also took a nice, gigantic hit here. I'm not going to watch it in the tight. It's not something I enjoy watching. Here's one. This was a huge play in the conference semifinal. We're backed up. They have just scored a defensive touchdown on a fumble. We get back on the field, kickoff return. The kickoff return, we get a 15-yarder flag or a 10-yard flag on the kickoff return. The ball's on the 1. Okay, so we call one of our base RPOs here. Okay, again, you've got to throw through the mechanics of things. Okay. Now, he can anticipate we're 3-on-2 right now. Okay, so he's going to put the ball in the mesh, ride it, okay, and throw. Now, we complete this for first down, but he does take a pretty good hit. Again, that pressure came from the opposite side. There are things you can do to protect that. You could bomber a guy backside of it. You could do a couple of things to kind of lengthen that edge on the other side. But that was a huge play in that game, all right? And this is the last one, okay? Again, there's a mishap in the – see, he pitter-patters a bit or he fumbles the exchange just a tad, okay? We're going to end up throwing this, all right? This is actually Coach Chapdelaine talked about the outside version of this pick. This is the inside version of it. So we're pretty much running the same thing, but with a post and a slant, okay? And here it comes. We get inside and throw this, okay? So he took a hit from the backside. I really hope that we get back to doing what we love real soon, guys. And I'll take questions now for those who have them. So the first question I have here is from a mechanical perspective for the QB, what do you think of the same side run scheme, RPO, flash or no flash, now screen throws? Again, all that stuff, you're going to come back to the same mechanics, which is you need to get your feet, your hips, and your shoulders aligned to that throw. So I'm not sure if I understand, but whether I'm reading same side RPO or backside RPO, I'm going to have to get my feet in the correct position. My feet, my shoulders, all right, and my hips lined up to that throw. Is that the only question? You're welcome, Coach Johnson.
All right, good stuff, Coach. Okay. The question was from me. Oh, you got a question.
I don't see it, Coach.
That's the same that you read.
Sorry?
That was the same question from Brian Johnson.
Yeah.
All right, so representation about Nico.
I'm off the hook, that's it?
No, you want to talk?
Coach, thank you very much for having us, and it's really cool to be able to do this, man. You did a great job. All the presenters have been honestly real good, and looking forward to spending the rest of the day with you guys, man.
All right, thanks, Coach.